Hello everyone, this is Stacy with Quantum Artistic, and this is round 3 of the purple experimental pours. If you watched the first 2 videos, I went ahead and I was testing out color combinations, puddle order, etc. And this will be the 3rd and final pour because I'm hoping that I'm gonna use up the rest of the paint that I mixed up. And I also want to do one other puddle combination just to see if it really makes that big of a difference. Because from what I could tell for the first 2, it really didn't. And I don't know why. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start here. I have no idea whether I even told you who I was or where I was from. Looks like you're going to have to get that information from the video. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm just kidding. Stacy from Quantum Artistic. These are really not so much instructional. They're more of like Mama's having fun with her camera in her art room. I'm having mommy time. I have a dog that is very needy. He just loves me so much. But he can get a little overbearing in the evenings, especially this time of year because it's hunting season up here in Maine, and I usually hike him for about 2 miles every day, every evening. And it's been over, like, I don't know, I don't think I've missed a night since like March or April. And unfortunately the dog is so used to going for these really vigorous hikes every day. When he doesn't get them, he kind of, we call it sharking. He gets really overly energetic, really clingy, and he likes to do this sharky stuff with me. Lately he's been a big bad shark. So I've been having mommy time more and more often. I can't wait till the season's over, I tell you. I really need to get back out and do exercise. I love the hiking. It feels so great, but just another couple weeks. Just another couple weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the blow dryer on. It's gonna be noisy. I'm just gonna push this base coat around. I turned it up, not off. Alright, so I got my base coat down here, and that is, as usual, it is Artist Loft Flow Acrylic in white. It's the big 32-ounce containers. And I'll tell you this every time, because whatever tips I can give to make people's life easier, I will do, but mix the hairy heck out of it, because at first it doesn't seem like it's working real well. It gets lumpy, it gets clumpy, and you're like, oh no, there's something wrong with this paint, it's really awful. And then something magic happens and it just suddenly starts working. I think it's just because of binders in the paint itself, and I think it just takes a while for the water to kind of permeate all of the binders. Alright, this looks pretty good. I thought I saw a fuzz over there, but I don't see it now, so I'm going to take my chances that it's not going to appear. And these stupid, these red caps drive me insane. I told you in my last video that these 16 fluid ounce containers that I got off Amazon were the red caps. They were awesome because they were cheap, but those red caps are everywhere. So the next time I buy them, I'm going to get this type of bottle. And this has a screw top, so it always stays put. But I'm going to get the 60-ounce version. That's what I'm going to do. I just can't order on Amazon anytime soon because I've spent too much money lately. Don't tell my husband. Okay. Let's go ahead and plop down some colors. So the first time I did the Deep Violet by Liquitex on bottom, and the next time I did the Deep Violet by Artist Loft on bottom. This time I'm going to actually do the Light Violet from Artist Loft on bottom because I just want to see if it makes a difference. I mean, you know, I don't know whether puddle order has a big effect on how it blows out, and this is a good way to experiment because I'm not, I don't know where these I think it's from all the black paint flaking off these. I need to get these bottles cleaned. I just did the other day. Cleaning this hobby up is tiring. So anyways, let's go ahead and pour some puddles. So this is the Light Violet by Artist Loft. We'll add a little bit more. And then I'm going to go with my highlight color, which is this Deep Violet by Artist Loft. It's got a paint booger on the top of it. Whoopsie! And then I'm going to go with the Deep Violet from Artist Loft. So it's going to go Light Violet Artist Loft, Deep Violet Liquitex Basics, Deep Violet Artist Loft. Of course, they're all different colors. Put that down, and then she always says to put the gold down next. And this is Old Gold from Artist Loft. Okay. Go ahead and put a nice pile of that in the center there. I might be putting too much gold in, but I really like these gold throats that I've seen the last couple of times I poured this. If anything, it'll be a gorgeous triptych for somebody. So then we're going to go ahead and do a ring, or we're going to flood all around this to give it so we have lots to blow with the blow dryer. Of course, all I've done is just splooge off the edge there. We're going to pop some bubbles in all the new areas that you place paint. Okay. So now we're going to use the blow dryer to pull the white base coat over and then blow it out. So here we go. This is always the part where I hate because I get so nervous about this. All right, I'm going to pop bubbles. And I'm going to push. Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow. I don't want any more spilling off the bottom here, so I'm going to kind of hold the edge up here until this kind of settles down. What do you think? That's gorgeous. Oh, these things are just so spectacular. Now this one, interestingly, has a bunch of little, what I would call gold pearls popping up. I have no idea what caused that effect. You know, these things are all very random as far as I'm concerned. Like, you just never know, why is it doing this time and not this last time? I'm going to try to put this up so it's... I'm going to try to get a sense of whether it's spilling this way or whether it's spilling elsewhere, so that I can prop it up, because I don't want to lose this throat section. I think it's really cool looking. And this is my favorite of all three, and I think having the darker colors on top actually gave it a really awesome look. So they're really tough because I think they all have their own unique charm. This one really gets me though. Love it, love it, love it. I actually can't wait to see how these dry. I'm very excited. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'm like, oh, can I photograph these today, tomorrow? It's like having to wait till they dry is just almost more than I can bear. Half the time anyways. So I'm not going to bother to torch this anymore. Normally I would just like, but I really, really like the way this one's come out. I like this dark throat area. I'm just going to let it kind of naturally spread out and develop the way it wants to. I wonder if I had my mini level, I could tell which way to make this table level off, but the husband lost my level. I'm gonna blame it on him whether he did it or not. It's very well could have been me that lost the level. I do these things. I get so wrapped up in everything that I'm doing that I'm just like doing 50 million things all at once, and then I forget where I've stuck something. It's really awful. I'm actually going to sit down in my chair here for a minute and watch the edge to see if this stuff is falling off the edge, because if it is, I'm going to try to stop it. I just want to see how bad it's coming off this side. Yeah, those pearls are gorgeous. This is definitely a beautiful, beautiful trio of paintings. I was doing some spin pours the other day and I thought those were amazing. This is way better. I think I'm going to be like hung up on this technique for at least a month or so until I find something else. The other technique that I really want to master are the pearls. I have no idea how I got these in here, but they appeared, so I'm just going to kind of go around the edge here to see if there's any other drips that I can pull off. There we go. I didn't have any of my little giant thumbtacks left for this one, so I had to put it up on a cake rack thing. Oddly enough, there's this over here. I should put some white on this because this corner, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not, this corner had some blue on it and I have no idea how it would have gotten blue. It's a brand spanking new canvas right out of the package, so maybe it's just, I suppose I can always paint over that in white when it's done too. Alright, let's go over here, scrape all of this off. So my other art is quilling, and I managed to get a custom order done tonight before I went out here and started playing with paints. It's very important for me to be able to multitask with painting because I have varied interests and I see new things I want to try, and I don't want to kind of get locked into just one art form. I think that it's fun to explore all art forms, and this painting one is very special to me because I can produce things and then without having to take 40 hours for a small little 10 by 10. Quilling takes 40 hours for a little 10 by 10, so this is a more immediate form of satisfaction. And I think as an artist, if anyone is watching this and you actually consider yourself a true artist, I think you'll all understand what I'm talking about when I say that there's this kind of like a rush, like an adrenaline or endorphin rush when you've completed something. It's like you're like, oh, it's done, and there's your kaboom. It's like crossing the finish line if you were a runner, but for an artist, it has a lot to do with completing a project, an artwork, and then being like, oh, it's gorgeous, you know. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this and show you all the beautiful details. Let me switch back to autofocus so that it doesn't, and yes, my camera's wobbling there, so what you're seeing here is this gorgeous throat area, which ended up with all these gold pearls. Now, I have tried and tried and tried to get pearls naturally, using actual recipes from Pouring Your Heart Out. Never had it happen, and look at this. It all worked this time. Let's see here. I love this area right here. There's something special about the white cells that pop up through darker colors because they look like they're illuminated or backlit. And then we have this gorgeous like watercolory section with this tendril popping off the edge. I love those. A nice little deeper colored edge section. Down here is this phenomenal lacing that is just so gorgeous, and this is what I was worried about, slipping off the edge. And I was trying to get the canvas cleaned up in the bottom so that it didn't continue to spill. Got some beautiful cells and almost clouds. I guess you would call them maybe clouds instead. I like this over here because it's a dark section. I just love all these light sections, dark sections, all the different colors kind of contrasting against each other. Got some more pearls popping up over there. Now up in here, I have no idea what you would really call this, but it's almost like, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's almost like, oh, what do they call that? oh, I forgot the word, but it's where the little branching trees come out, almost like dendrites. I think it's an interaction between the paints and the water and stuff. And then this beautiful section here that reminds me of a lily flower or petal. The way it lifts and all the lines lead your eyes up to the edge of the canvas. And of course the canvas kind of muting into this beautiful lavender color with the little white pockets beneath it popping through. Just spectacular. Couldn't have asked for a better result had I tried. I'm thrilled. I'm happy that you got to watch 3 successful pours in a row. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and take some still shots of these so I can post them on the Facebook page. But please be sure to check back with my Facebook page because once these are dry, I plan to do actual professional photos of them with detailed photos so you can see what they look like dry. And they'll look a lot nicer than cell phone snaps here in my studio. And as always, subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, because I want 100 subscribers so that I can get a custom channel name. And you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It's basically just www.facebook.com or www.instagram.com/quantumartistic. I'm also under the same handle on Pinterest. So you can find me pretty much anywhere. And I do have a website, quantumartistic.com, where I have tried to update it regularly, but it just becomes a lot of work. But I have all that. I have all my artwork on there. And lastly, I'm having a big Black Friday sale on my Etsy shop. So please consider supporting local artists. Heading over to quantumartistic.etsy.com and seeing what I have for sale. I have a bunch of paintings, very reasonable prices. I have a few frames available that you can put the paintings in. I've got a bunch of quilled artwork. That's what I've got so far. So anyways, thank you for watching. It has been so fun tonight. I absolutely love this. I can't wait to do it again. And hopefully you'll be here next time with me when I do publish my next video. Anyways, thanks so much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.